I feel like something I've gotten a lot is like people will become my best friends and then be like, I thought you were a total bitch before I got to know you, or like, I feel like you were so intimidating and mean before I got to know you. And it's like, it's funny how like inwardly you can feel like so much like happiness, empathy, compassion, and like love and all of these things, but like people will still like judge just like what you look like from the outside and just be like, oh, she looks scary, like she's probably a mean person. I don't know. It's kind of funny, like, because I've gotten that a lot, and I'm like, how can I like more outwardly exhibit to strangers that I'm an approachable and nice person? I feel like sometimes just like strong women intimidate people, like strong women who are really sure of themselves, and like, I don't know, maybe I could smile more so I look friendlier. But yeah, I should ask people more like what it was that made them feel like I was mean and intimidating.
I remember being, I think I was in 8th grade, and well, I remember like in 8th grade, at least in my school, like that's when like boys started liking you, and when you started liking boys, or people started liking each other. So it was things that were like naughty, and you couldn't say, and like, you know, and if you said them, you were like, oh my god, you know, just like real little kid stuff. Yeah. And I'll never forget my best friend Jaana. She was someone that like always I felt like knew things about people. She was very popular, and like she knew all the drama. That's when drama starts, right? And so remember there was like a rumor that like one girl like said like maybe like had sex with a boy or something, which was probably not true. She was talking about it with somebody, and I was like, what are you guys talking about? She was like, oh, it's nothing, like, and I was like, no, like what are you talking about? Like, you can tell me. And she was like, no, like, you're just like so innocent, like I don't want to tell you. And I was like, since when am I innocent of what? I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I didn't even know what she was talking about. And like, it's not that I like hold a grudge or anything. That would be so stupid, like, and so over dramatic. For like maybe for like 2 days, I was like, I don't know why I'm like, why am I getting left out? So I was like, because I felt really left out, and I was like, but I didn't know where that even came from. Yeah. It's because I didn't care about those things. So not caring about all these things that are so, you know, whatever, like I didn't care about, like I definitely had crushes on boys, and like I definitely would feel left out if like I didn't get asked to date, like whatever, all these like silly things. Again, I just feel like people misinterpreted like me like trying to fit into this like certain identity that I thought was good, right? And like trying to like portray that to the world. They totally judged like how I would feel about certain things. Like I was curious about those things too. I just like wasn't as like annoying about it as that. Like I didn't think it was like, just because I didn't think certain things were as big of a deal as that they're like, oh, it's such a big deal that like this popular boy likes this like one girl, and I'm like, but is it? Yeah. Like, who said it is? They're like, oh, well, they said it is, but like, who's they? Is this they? It's this invisible they that we're forever just like letting us influence our like decisions and the way that we interact with the world and the way that we like live our lives. Yeah. And it's not even real. Yeah. But like, I almost am grateful for it because it helped me understand very early on that you can do whatever you think that they want. They're never going to be satisfied because they aren't even fucking real. It's not even real. It's not a thing. It's not something that really is controlling you. Yeah. So do whatever the fuck you want. Like, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Like, it matters in that are you happy? Like, that's literally the only thing that matters. Mm-hmm. Because even if you are happy, that doesn't matter because it all ends one day and then you're done. And it's like, would you rather just be like, oh, well, like this one time that I got to like live life, it's pretty sad the whole time because I didn't do all the things that I wanted to do. Yeah, I was angry. Yeah, I was just angry. I was angry that like nobody would ever be happy with who I am. Or would you rather just be like, oh, this one time I got to live and it was really cool and I like did all of these things and I brought this person with me. Like not one, like I would rather end my life with be like, I did these things and it made me feel this way and I did it with these awesome people and I would recommend it to this person, like all these things. And it wasn't, oh, I did, but then because I did these things, they were proud of me. Yeah. Or they said I was a good person, or they this, or they that. It was all because I wanted to do it.
something that I've been struggling a lot with my identity lately is like my weight, and like identifying as like being like skinny or fat or like in between. And I don't know, for most of my life I feel like I've been like in pretty decent shape and like thin. And then when I went to Mozambique, like I definitely had to change my diet a lot. Like it's most carbs and stuff there. And so I did gain some weight, and like people there would just be like, ah, mana está engordar, which is like you're getting fat. And I feel like that really challenged my identity because I like took a lot of offense to it. Like I would be like, no, I'm not fat, like I'm a skinny person. And I don't know, I guess it like really challenged a lot of my ideas about like my weight and like what it means to be skinny. Like, is that a good thing, or is being fat bad? Like, because like people wouldn't say it maliciously, like it's a good thing there, like when you start to gain weight, because it means that like you're eating well and you're like well taken care of. It's not like a bad thing. Like people don't have these like toxic relationships with food that they do here. And so I think it really like helped me to kind of like not see my weight as something that affects like my beauty, I guess. And that was like really important for me. But it's been like hard coming back to the US, because when I came back, like people say it maliciously, like, and they don't mean to, but they're like, oh, you've gained a lot of weight, like you need to stop, you need to like start losing it, like you're overweight and stuff. And it's like, so yeah, so I've been struggling with that coming back, because it's like I had all of these like more, I feel like, beneficial views of my weight in Mozambique. Like, oh, it's like okay that my body has some extra weight because I'm like taking care of it and it's being well fed. And then I come back here and it's like, you need to be skinny. And it's like, why? Like, what? You know, like I'm not overweight. I shouldn't be like focusing so much on this or like worrying about it so much. So I feel like, yeah, that's a part of my identity that's being like constantly challenged, is my weight. And that's something that I'm like constantly trying to work through. That's not a bad thing, like to feel comfortable and like stop worrying about it. Society like makes us feel like it is, or like this society does. So
no, I don't think I've ever felt threatened, like, but I did feel, you know, a little bit of, I don't know how to say, like I felt like I didn't have all the opportunities that some other people might have, you know? Yeah, based on my identity. And no, that's how it is. Yeah. And that's the reality of things. You can't, it takes a lot of effort and time to give equal rights to everybody.
That was my identity that other people like put on me because of the things that I liked. Like just because I liked school. Like I was not ever the smartest, but I was the one that'd be like, did you guys think that like that math class was cool? Like, yeah, of course fun. Like it's like, I don't know, I didn't want to do it all the time, but I never understood, like I wasn't, I don't really think I was like a complaining kid. So if I'm not a complaining kid, I truly believe I didn't complain about the same things that a lot of other teenagers complained about. Yeah. Like I did, but I feel like I complained about them from a place of like deep understanding of what was going on. Like if I felt left out, I was like, why am I left out? Because I know I've done X, Y, and Z like with them, and I know that they like me for these reasons, and I know, like, I understand why I'm being left out, but I don't understand why I'm being left out, because I would get into like a philosophical state of mind of like trying to figure out like what it means to be included. That's why I like have this deep like opinion about identity, is because it was something where like I felt like I would shape myself into the identity that people wanted, and it was never whatever you do, it's never going to satisfy a non-existing thing because it's not real. So be whoever you want to be and like do whatever you want to do. I do love being a woman and identifying as a woman, but it's so I don't really know like why, and I feel like I don't think I think about it as much as other people do, or I feel like I didn't until other people told me that there's other people that do care.
Yeah.
And again, it was that same thing as what I was saying. I remember the first time I thought I was fat.
Mm-hmm.
The first time that I thought that I fell into this category of like, oh, I'm not built right. My mom was kind of the one that pushed me towards engineering, right? And grateful for that, because I would have never even known that was a thing. No one ever talked to me about it. I learned later that the reason why I was not talked about it in school or whatever is probably through like very sexist and deliberate, not deliberate, but like very subconsciously rooted issues, in that I was good at math and science, but teachers are less inclined to push me towards something like that and to have conversations like, hey, have you ever considered engineering? Because no one ever talked about it to me until my mom was just like, yeah, no, you're not going to do the things that you want to do, because you can do more with this. Just trust me. And I just had to trust her, and I do feel like my world is open more, but like I was lucky to have that intervention, I suppose.
Thank you for watching Zen Guys Soul Scholars. If you haven't already, please view our intro video to learn more about the intention of our channel. Also, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss more interviews and debriefs to come. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook to see our weekly self-reflective questions and the topics of new interviews to come. If you would like to become a Soul Scholar and partake in an interview, email us at zengeistofficial@gmail.com.